Why, hello there. This is Aliza Pearl, your keeper of arcane lore, and we are here with the Calyx Embrujado, our final episode, episode 4. And though it saddens me to end this story because I've had so much fun at this table with these amazing players, everything has to end, as Becca Scott said. And also, there are some things that have to be taken care of by our investigators. But first, here are the things I have to take care of. I want to just say thank you to everyone who has watched over the past few weeks. And if you're watching in the future on YouTube, thank you for diving into this adventure with us. I hope you're having a lot of fun, or I hope you will have a lot of fun. Thank you to my family, to my mom, to my abuela, que descansa en paz, to all of our relatives who have lent their names to this story unknowingly. I just want to thank you for the inspiration and support and love. And of course, I have to shit talk the head racist in charge, H.P. Lovecraft. I took a long time to come to this system. I'm going to be super honest, because as a player, as a game master, I love learning new systems, and this one it took me a while to get to because of H.P. Lovecraft. And I just want to acknowledge that that name and his legacy of really virulent racist ideology has kept a lot of people from this system and this storytelling. And if you're one of those people, then I appreciate you for taking a chance on us and this storytelling, and know that we don't endorse him. So however you need to deal with that for yourself, I respect that. And I hope that you can just come along in this story with us and know that we're always saying, fuck you, H.P. Lovecraft, every step along the way. And so now I would love to introduce my cast. So, starting with our lovely librarian and sometimes serial killer.
Gosh, what?
I rewatched our whole campaign, and I feel like you have a story arc here, madam.
Yeah. Holiday definitely is a lot more than she seems. I know that sounds really trite, but there's definitely some sides of Holiday facets that she conceals. And because we've been going along, like little things are coming out that the other investigators are finding out. So it's kind of interesting. Maybe we'll find out tonight. We'll see. Anyway, everybody, I'm Alicia Marie. And as Aliza was saying, I am playing Holiday Shoe. She is a former librarian, although nobody knows why she lost her job. And she's a turned investigator because in her, I guess, new free time, she became sort of an expert in the paranormal. So, and there's a reason why. Maybe we'll find out tonight, maybe not. We'll see.
She lost her job? I thought she left it for us.
Right? What? No. We'll see.
Big questions there. Okay, and next for our outback tree-loving, knife-wielding, rat squirrel-eating party member, please introduce yourself.
Party is right. Brim Wilder puts the party in party. First off, roll the tape back. I just want to thank you for the amazing introduction, Aliza, because I appreciate how much you address that the truth of your experience with this system, and I really appreciate that, and I think it's really beautiful. I love the people at Chaosium. They're very wonderful folks. Fuck H.P. Lovecraft. Fuck racism in general, and let's tell fun stories without that worry in the world. Also, shout out to Chaosium for sponsoring this episode of the Calyx, the last one of the year, which is so wonderful to have you all here for that. Anyway,
Honored.
and to get back into it, Bryn Wilder, you summed her up when you said squirrel pie. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, that's it. The knife, the squirrel pie, the boots, the muddy boots. She's a mood. She's a vibe. She's a Pinterest board. Okay.
These objects say it all.
Okay, and last but not least, our wonderful Americana / girl from the island / photography phenom, New York City girl. Please introduce yourself.
whoop whoop from the Bronx. Yeah, no, just kidding. Hi, I'm Cynthia Marie, although I am related to people from the Bronx, so I'm allowed to say that. Yeah,
You're
I think
Puerto
I totally
Rican,
blanked.
so literally we're all related to people from the Bronx.
Exactly. I blanked on what I'm supposed to say about myself, so find me on the socials later on. I'll talk about that, but whatever. I'm playing Rosita Fernanda Morado today. And you pretty much summed her up. She's scared as crap right now.
Oh, goodness.
Right?
Yes.
Terrifying.
Yeah, there's scary stuff happening.
But still on the high of having that conversation previously about kind of throwing it back about being called Americana. So
that was so dope. I love that moment. Ugh. If you haven't watched that episode, go watch that episode 3. Actually, watch the whole thing if you haven't yet. Just watch the whole thing because it leads up to that moment between these two characters, and it's just, mwah, it's perfect.
I got chills.
I got chills watching it back. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, with that, I think we have all of our intros done. And let us start. Oh,
one more thing. I just saw a couple of channel points redemptions that I want to shout out. Of course, from 3 weeks ago, Alisa, you have a reroll from Justin to use whenever you like. If you would really like the monster to kill us at any point and they rolled badly. Also, you got a second reroll from a Pantaloni just 1 minute ago for Aliza. And then for Holiday, Alicia, you have a reroll from Critter Nation. So just thought I'd shout those out before we get into the mood.
Thank you all for all of those wonderful rerolls. We appreciate it. And I'm going to make sure to use mine.
Yay.
We shall see what happens. And now I will dive into our recap from our last session. So, at the start of the last session, Rosita, you were in the bathroom. You had made a makeshift darkroom in the hotel bathroom. And you had a very scary moment where you saw a shadow that started off in the shape of what you rightly configured was a conquistador, with the like round hat and the pointy tips on the hat. That shadow then melted into some type of tentacled monster, and it looked a lot like the shape of the monster that you took a picture of in the water earlier that day. You lost a little sanity from what I remember, but you were able to keep your composure enough to throw a trash can at this shadow, which was kind of coming off of the wall towards you. And you scared it away. You then passed out, though. When you came to, Rosita, Bryn, and Holiday, sorry, wow, brain fart. Bryn and Holiday helped you come back to, splash water in your face, just kind of like helped you get awake. And you all start discussing what happened, what you saw, kind of comparing notes. Rosita, you mentioned the diamond fish shape, which now has shown up in a few different places. The picture on the wall in the lobby of the hotel with the dancers, the bomba dancers, and also on the bracelet that Holiday and Bryn found in the kitchen. The bracelet belonged to Juana, the deceased chef. And Rosita, you have been wearing the bracelet because you feel it has a bit of a protective energy. And you have a feeling that bit of protection helped you in the bathroom, but it wasn't enough. You did have to defend yourself as well. So, mentioning this diamond fish shape, you kind of waving it in front of Bryn, who has a skill in natural world, being from the outback and with her skills. And she realizes that this diamond fish shape is actually a shark. And so you once again remember the shark song that Carmen had mentioned, and you decide to go find Clarín right now because she's probably not sleeping. She's a musician. It's about 3 a.m. You can probably find her somewhere. Sure enough, you head downstairs. Bryn, you hear a party going on somewhere outside, like down the street in town. Following those sounds, you all pass that Vejigante mask, the big orange, scary-looking mask, which is still outside leaning against some trees. This mask had been leaking water mysteriously. And Rosita, you had lost a little sanity before having witnessed that up close. You head around the corner. You find a small bar where the party's happening. And Holiday, you spot some band members. But before you head over there, Bryn, You had a failed spot hidden roll and a rat. That's what you spot. You spot a rat right before it runs over your feet.
Sounds like I succeeded.
You actually, yeah, it was like a diverted success. You stake it with your knife and you end up wrapping it up for later. So you arrive at the bar. Rosita, you buy Clarín a drink, and then the two of you slip away for a walk and talk down the street. In this walk and talk, Clarín reveals more details, specifically on the ritual. She and her sister were taught this ritual as a game and a chant in sections growing up. And I wanted to clarify something too. They learned it in their childhood and practiced it over time. It didn't take their whole childhood to learn it. They just were learning it and practicing it for many, many years. And then when they turned 16, they both began joining in the ritual. All the family members participated, but the women were considered the spiritual leaders. The duty is passed down matrilineally. And Rosita, you asked a couple of clarifying questions. Clarín clarified that she thinks that 6 is a good, strong number to do the ritual with, although they have been able to do it with as few as 2 people. But that is the amount of people that they did it with when Juana was mortally hurt by the monster last year. So Clarín also tells Rosita that there was one particular conquistador who had made a pact with something from the ocean, but got kind of scared. He actually swore an oath to something, and then he found out what he actually had sworn oath to and backed out of it. But that thing in the sea, as she calls it, has not let go of this. And now, because she and her family are ancestors of this conquistador, they are plagued by this. She mentions the conquistador's name, Fernando de Castillo. Meanwhile, back at the bar, Holiday, you met a hot dude named Raúl Colón. Ay, ay, ay.
Raúl.
Papi Chulo Raúl Colón. Papi Chulo means like hot dude, basically.
Mhm.
And the two of you set up a dinner date for 8 p.m. later that night.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully I don't die.
Hopefully you don't die. Hopefully you will live long enough to have this hot dinner date. Clarín then leads you all to an area underneath the hotel, off of the water. And this is the preserved Taino home of her family. It's basically underneath the hotel. The hotel was built on top of and around this home. There are 3 rooms, one of which has an altar with flowers and totems. In this altar room, you see that there is the impression of the diamond shark shape that's in the picture and also on the bracelet has been worn into the floor by decades of dancing feet. Holiday, you also spot, with a really good spot hidden roll, a rounded hump at the bottom of the altar, which appears to be a round object that's encased in centuries-old mud, clay, straw, and leaves, herbs. Holiday, you convince Clarín that y'all should open this up, see what's in there. I mean, this is do or die, basically, so we need to get some answers out. And with that successful persuasion roll, Clarín then uses Bryn's knife to crack open this mound. She finds a conquistador's hat. She touches it, and with a look of fright, passes out. And that's where we pick up with this session. Now, I'm going to do a roll for Clarín, and you all, being in the presence of this hat, will need to roll sanity as well. So,
Did you see what happened to her? Oh. All right. I'm going to roll for sanity.
yes, everyone rolls for
Okay.
sanity.
77. That's not good.
And it's not.
Oh, I failed.
Oh, I did worse. 98.
Let me
Uh-oh.
see.
That's a fumble.
No, 24. I did okay. Maybe there's a reason why she did okay. Just kidding.
Bryn, you did okay. Oh no, sorry, wait. Holiday, you did okay,
Yes.
right? And Bryn, what? Sorry, what was yours?
24.
I had a 77.
So let's see.
That's a fail.
Oh, that is a fail. I see. And it sounds like, Rosita, you also failed that sanity roll.
Oh yeah. epically.
98?
Yeah.
98. Oh, and so that's a fumble, right,
Yes.
Becca?
Yeah.
Can you tell us what happens with a fumble on a sanity roll?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know. Chat,
Okay,
help us out.
My brain is also forgetting.
I want to say that
book.
whatever you go insane or whatever you would have rolled, they get the max. Yeah. Oh, Metro confirms this.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I got there.
Yeah.
So,
Max
uh-huh.
die.
So what is it? Max. Oh, Max on the die.
On the die,
dear.
yeah.
Oh dear. This is a D10.
Oh.
This is pretty major.
Let's do this.
Okay. Now, okay, this is a great time for us to sink into the mechanics because that's a lot of sanity. And so, deducting 10 from your current sanity, what percentage of your sanity is that?
Yeah, that.
Your small number under power, that's 1/5. Is it more than that?
Is
So
it?
I'm at 62, so losing 10 would put me at 52. So no, not there yet.
So if you were at 62.
So 10.
Okay, so 12, it would be a fifth.
Okay. So she hasn't lost a fifth of her sanity.
But if you lose more than 5, you go temporarily insane.
Yeah, in an hour, right?
In a single event.
Okay.
Is it for an hour or just temporarily insane for an hour?
You keep a roll a d10, and that represents, it's 1d10 hours. For gameplay reasons, we could make it a d10 worth of minutes of stream.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Okay.
I rolled a 3 on a D10.
And chat, by the way, no, I don't have a reroll. I don't. Thank you.
Good moment to say,
Chat.
please gift our players with rerolls. They're gonna need it. Now, Becca, I have a question for you. When you are the keeper, do you
House rules
Isn't there-
everything? Yes.
great. Is there a thing where you roll intelligence after if you lose a sanity
Thank
roll,
you.
you then okay.
Yes, that's the step we forgot.
Okay.
If you lose more than 5 in a single instance, then you roll for intelligence. And that's a roll that you want to fail so you do not understand the true implications of what you're seeing.
Great.
If you succeed on your intelligence, then you go temporarily insane. Thank you. I forgot that part.
Yay! Okay, this is awesome. Thank you. I knew the mechanic, but I didn't understand the context, so thanks. That was very, very great. So, yes, Rosita, go ahead and roll your intelligence. It looks like you already did. Oh, it's good. You
What?
failed. Oh, no, wait. You didn't fail?
Oh no, I failed. I got a 660.
Okay.
What's
My intelligence
okay.
is 50, so I did fail it.
That's a good thing.
That's the one that I get to fail. Yeah.
Yeah.
You suppressed your memory successfully.
Okay. So I like to have my players, sometimes when big things like this happen, I like to have my players describe what is the impact. You don't know what the implication of this hat and its power is, but you know that it has an impact on you. You lose a lot of sanity. What happens to you, Rosita?
This is the conquistador hat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for Rosita, she sees the hat and flashes of what had happened in the bathroom kind of come into her head, and she starts seeing flashes of her childhood, of seeing different tableaus around Puerto Rico, around her parents' house, in church that had the hat. And so she's flashing through everything that's gone on in her life that she's ever seen the symbol of oppression in her life, which I think probably would break her at this point.
It's a lot to have flash into your consciousness all at once, for sure. Yeah. So the two of you, Holiday and Bryn, you have Claudine who's passed out. You have Rosita, who seems kind of shell-shocked and has kind of turned inward, just doesn't seem to be with you in the room. What did the two of you do?
I need to lose some sanity still. Do you want to roll that
You
D10
did.
or should
Oh,
I?
my bad. I forgot that you also lost the sanity roll.
Yeah, Brent's not doing so hot.
That is a 3 on my die.
All right, brings me to 36.
Okay.
I scream at the top of my lungs. Don't touch that!
Bryn!
Holiday, no! It's the hat! You've touched it!
Holiday grabs Bryn's shoulders, like both shoulders. She's like, Bryn, get a hold of yourself here! Rosa's falling apart. I need you guys to keep it together. We can't fall apart now.
Right. Yeah, no, we deal with ghosts all the time. We're ghost hunters. Why am I so scared?
I didn't want to do that, but I had to.
No, you had to. Oh, no.
Where's Gladdy? She's still on the ground?
Yeah, Claudine is still passed out on the ground.
Uh-oh.
Do we hear anything, or is it just quiet?
You just hear the waves outside. It almost feels like everything else in the world has just kind of, there's a focus in this room.
May I make a first aid check on Clarine?
She dead? Yeah. Rosa?
32 out of 50 is a success.
Okay.
Clarine.
So she regains 1 HP.
Let's elevate her head and her legs and her middle.
What?
Let's elevate. No. Just her head.
Oh.
And I fan her. Maybe if there's, some water that is washed in, I kind of like flick it on her face. Just kind of trying to bring her to.
Yeah. So all these things you're doing to revive her, first of all, yes, Holiday, you check for a pulse. You see that she is alive and she is breathing. And so all these things you're doing are helping her to kind of come to. And she opens her eyes very slowly. She just seems really out of it, incoherent. What is it?
Clarine?
She's very out of it.
Maybe she's the conduit.
You think she is?
It's her family we're trying to contact here.
Where did you go, Gladdy? When you passed out? Where did you go? Did you see anything?
I saw what happened. Oh God, I saw what happened to him all those years ago. The thing he swore that oath to, it's so horrible.
It's all right, just breathe.
Hold on. Give her a minute. Don't bombard her with all these questions yet. Yeah, breathing is good. Gladys, you've got to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
So your ancestor made a deal with a sea demon. That's all right. That happens to everyone, right? Right, ladies? I'm being relatable.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. Okay.
You saw Fernando.
Is it possible for you to draw what you saw in the sand?
She moves onto her all fours, doesn't stand up yet. And she takes the knife, which she had dropped on the ground, and she draws the outline. It's a familiar shape. It's what you saw on the wall, Rosita. It's what you saw in the pictures. It's what you all saw in the ocean. And it's the simplified version of it, just the outline. A hump, tentacles coming from it.
You really saw that thing? When you touched the hat?
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it?
No.
But how will we get to the... I mean, that's why we're here. That's why you brought us here, to discover what's happening here. So if we don't touch it, aren't we not fulfilling a promise?
I'm not touching it.
It's... all this time, my family has been protecting this decision he made. And we needed to just... I don't know what kind of power can destroy this, but it needs to be destroyed.
Are you saying there was a man long ago who made decisions that affected your life and everything about it, and you didn't get a say in it? And you've just been perpetuating this thing because this man once said that that was the way that we needed to do things?
We protected him. My family protected him, welcomed him into our family. They didn't know better, but they welcomed this oath. It became our oath, and now we need to break it. We need to put distance between us and that thing because it thinks it owns us. Everything we've been doing all these years, these centuries, has just been a band-aid. We need to be free of this thing.
But Clarine, what if that means your own death?
I don't care. I'm the last anyway.
What if it means our death? And Halliday sort of looks over at Bryn and Rosa. What if it means our death?
No, I couldn't ask you to do that. I can do this myself.
No, you
No.
can't. And you know that. What did I tell you out on the street earlier? Who was going to protect this island?
All of us.
Anyone's going to die, it's going to be us. Because we are the women of this island, and we will have no man tell us what we can and cannot do.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we have a higher calling, Clarine. We're here because there are things that go bump in the night, and we're here to stop them. And if that's how we die, so be it.
Y'all are so brave.
No, I'm actually pissing myself with fear right now, but like, I still mean it.
Mm-hmm.
God, I wish I had squirrel pie right about now.
If we get out of this alive, we'll have all the squirrel pie for you.
I have a date tonight. I'm not having any pie with any of you. Although I do love you. Just wanted to mention that.
So he's having pie. What do we do next, Clarine?
He wouldn't abandon you. That's why we're here. And don't worry about having family secrets. You know, everybody has something that they don't want others to know. So, you know, a lot of it comes from, you know, things that happened in your family. So don't feel bad about that either.
Holiday, do you have something you need to say before we might ultimately die tonight?
Something that I need to say? And
Yeah.
Halliday sort of looks at Bryn. So this could possibly be our last night on this earth, I guess. I suppose I should reveal some things about myself. Why not? No time like the present. You have a rat in your pocket. There's a man,
I'm just
possibly,
happy to see you.
possibly a tomb right here. We're about to unearth some monster. Who knows?
Before you say that, can we just go outside and get some fresh air while you tell us?
Side?
Yeah, out of this place, near that thing. I just want to be away from that thing. She's pointing to the hat.
Should we bury it again? For safety? Maybe...
light it on fire.
Is there like a pile of leaves or maybe just some debris I could toss on it real quick?
Yeah, there's lots of debris right outside. There's other items in here. Yep.
Just remember, don't step here. You might see a cursed flashback. As I throw the pile on top of it, just as a temporary fix.
And just out of curiosity, why are we preserving it? Why don't we just burn it?
Yes. Is this his tomb? This could possibly be a tomb. No.
Or put it in the ocean and let it just float away?
But what in the ocean? The hat or the
Yeah.
tomb?
The hat.
Well, if we're trying to exorcise this sort of sea creature, we may need something that connects us to it, and this could be a tool of sorts. Speaking of, do you mind if I have the knife? Yeah, I'll just wipe that off, yeah.
She hands you back your knife.
Just in case any spook is left on it, let me give it a clean.
All right. Cover it. It's
Just
fine.
It's on it.
I am open to all ideas. I don't know. I just know we need to get rid of it. We need to destroy this pact, this oath. I just don't know how to do it.
Well, fresh air seemed like the right first step.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Is this
Follow
thing
her
going
out
to
the
let
cave.
us leave?
Well, I'm gonna try. And Claudine
Right.
heads out of the cave.
I follow.
Yeah, same.
Or following it.
And
And yeah, you're outside.
I didn't realize how stale it was until I got this night air. Salty.
Yeah, it's actually morning now. It's the sun
What?
is if you recall, you spent the night out. You didn't sleep. And it was low. It was like the early morning when you entered the cave.
That's right.
And so
that's
now,
right.
yeah. So now it's about 5 a.m. The sun is about to rise. So the light is brightening in the sky, just barely brightening.
No one's out. We're alone right now because it's so early, right?
Yeah,
We're
there's
alone.
no one else out here.
How's the water near us?
How is the water?
Yeah,
Like
is it calm?
waves? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's fairly calm. Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Word.
Clarine, have you ever tried to contact these ancestors on a night besides the night? 2 days from now, the ritual.
No. I've just done the ritual on the day that I was told, and that's it.
Should we try right now?
I think so.
I'm gonna need some help because so the first part of the ritual is calling the ancestors and the orishas and the zemis. And I've never done that by myself. I always had at least my sister. So if I teach you just a little bit of it, we can just do this first part to call them.
I wouldn't mind
Right.
consulting an Orishi right now.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. How do we do it?
Okay. So Clarine takes a branch that's just like on the beach, and she draws that diamond shape again, the shark shape on the beach. And this is giving you echoes of that picture that literally is people in the past dancing in this diamond shape on the beach. Maybe even this exact beach, who knows? But she draws this shape and then throws the branch away. And she just talks you through some positions to stand in. So there's 4 of you, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, let me just draw it real quick so we all have the visual. It's going to be a crude drawing. Oh no, I already started it bad. I'm a perfectionist, so yeah. Okay, this one's going to be perfect. Okay, yes, yes, yes.
A shark with 6 fins. Oh.
Okay.
Oh!
Yeah, this is the diamond
Oh, I
shape.
see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wait,
Exactly.
wait,
it.
hold on. Screenshot. Nailed it.
All right.
For future
Yep.
reference.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. And so Claudine says, so we all, while I'm singing the chant, you just join in. I'll sing it a bunch of times. She teaches it to you in parts. And actually, this is technically, sorry, stepping outside of the game for a second. This is technically a spell. And so if we consider a spell in the game mechanics, she's teaching you this spell. The steps are part of it, the position on the diamond fish, getting all of those points covered at some point during the chant is part of it. They don't all have to be covered at once, but you just have to like hit them, which is why when you dance in this pattern, you kind of, everyone hits those points at some point. So you kind of just like complete the, I left one line. You complete this pattern in the dance, moving around these points. Okay, so.
My screenshot's not right.
I know. Let's do another.
Too late.
Dang it. Okay. Well. Yeah, so she teaches you the spell. And I will say, I know it's like I think it's like 1d8 day or hours to learn a spell. I'll roll a d8. This is a house rule. I mean, it is a real rule, but I'm just kind of fudging it. Okay, I'm going to say it takes an hour for you all to kind of get the steps down. You even start to learn some of the words. And actually, we have an image for these words. And do you know which one it is? O Mama Boriken.
Oh, yes. Got it.
All right.
Oh, but we got to share with our friends.
Yes.
Unless they want to pull up Twitch.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's probably better to just share with
Uh-oh. They
our
can
chat.
see it all. They can see it all. Hold on. Yeah, I'll share in the chat. Uh-oh. Shh. Patience. Patience, young ones. Okay.
I already got it up on Twitch,
good.
so.
Awesome.
Okay, great. Okay. Great.
It's in chat. Okay.
Okay. Great. So let me know when you both have that open.
Downloading.
If you'd like to,
Got it.
if you'd like to sing along with this, Claudine definitely will sing through it the first time so you hear it, and then we can sing it again a second time, and you all can join in if you like. And you can join in with certain words or whatever, the whole thing or parts or whatever, or none, whatever you like. Okay, so you all start the motions, and you're not wearing the polleras, but it is that dance where you're swishing your skirt and you're just kind of like making this motions, arms back and forth, as if you're swishing a skirt.
This is the only time I've ever wished I had a skirt.
And you're moving around this diamond shape. Oh, Mama Boriken, aquí está nuestra reto. Lo cantamos bien, lo bailamos bien, por su fuerza. En el agua de nuestro hogar. Oh, Mama Boriken, oh, Mama Boriken, el agua cantamos bien, bailamos bien, el agua atabe, yukau yemanja oshun. Oh, Mama Boriken, oh, Mama Boriken, el agua cantamos bien, bailamos bien, el agua atabe, yukau yemanja oshun. And as you all sing this song and move around the diamond, Now you do feel the weather start to change. You feel the wind pick up. You feel the waters start to gently bubble up with smaller waves as if responding to the song, like as if they were drumming with the song. And in the water, actually, spot hidden. All around, spot hiddens.
Okay.
Right on the dot, success. I got a 45.
Nice.
I'll let
I
that
got
speak for all of
12.
us. Nope, Bryn.
Oh, I got an
Okay.
extreme success. 12.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, no. Just a regular hard one. Just a hard one.
A hard success. Okay.
Mhm.
So, Bryn, you don't notice this yet because you are trying to just keep up with the dance moves and the song.
Dancing is not Bryn's thing. It takes full concentration.
Yeah. Rosita, you notice out in the water a dorsal fin start swimming in a kind of crisscross diagonal direction closer to shore. But it doesn't seem like a solid physical animal. And as it gets closer, you can see it's this kind of ghostly shark. And it's huge. It's like 10 feet long. And like, it's a thick one. It's like 3-4 feet wide. Huge, massive shark. Holiday, you notice also coming in off of the water with the shark, but above water, these ghostly forms. And at first, it's kind of just like amorphous, gaseous almost. And as it gets closer, they step onto the shore and stand near you. And it's 10 forms of men, women, people with various genders that are not binary. And they are dressed as Tainos. They are Tainos. They're dressed in all different types of outfits that reflect the history of this island from the earliest times before the 1500s with the indigenous Tainos, the Yorubas and their processional dress that they left behind for the most part, but recreated with island materials. You do see some who are dressed in the more traditional Spanish style, but these 10 figures stand and look at you all.
They're like, oh, how far away from us did they stand?
They're probably, let's say, like 20 feet.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bryn?
1, 2.
Rose? Don't look now, but we're not alone anymore. And Holiday just sort of gestures toward the figures.
Going off Chlorine's lead, can we kind of stop the ritual now, or do we need to keep it going?
Seems like the other 3 have stopped and they are still here. These figures are still here. So
2, 3, 4, 5. What?
Bryn.
Claudine steps out of the diamond shape cautiously, realizing what she's doing, and then more confidently steps a little closer to the figures and says, I'm sorry to call you here. And the 10 figures all speak with one voice at the same time. This layered voice with all the different timbres of their own, speaking as one. Why have you stopped? Why? And Claudine says, it's just me. I can't do this by myself anymore. We need help. I don't know what to do. And Claudine falls to her knees.
I go to Claudine, get on my knees next to her to hold on to her.
I follow lead to sit on her other side to provide support and just put a hand on her shoulder.
go over next to Bryn and just lean against Bryn.
If I may ask, how do we break this?
Break. Break. It is time to break it. Protection is not enough anymore. They look at Claudine and they hold out their hand, all of them, towards Claudine. And the ones closest to her step forward, breaking the line, kind of forming a V now towards her. And the one in front puts their hand on Claudine's head. And for a moment, you can feel in this stillness, in this quiet moment, some type of energy flowing between Claudine and these figures. And then they step back and reform the line. And they say, looking at all of you, we don't know how, but she now has our power. Use it to break this plague. And they start to retreat back toward the water. And they turn and walk into the water, disappear, and the shark also turns and swims back out into the ocean. Claudine had been holding her hands clasped together under her chin, eyes bowed, as if she's literally kneeling in a church. And you see this like look of calm on her face that you haven't seen ever, maybe, especially after what happened in the cave. But she looks peaceful and calm. And she opens her eyes and then looks at you all. So let's do this.
That was the coolest thing I've ever seen, Chlorine. When you took your ancestors' energy in, and now you're like a super ancestor powered magical woman. I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
Done it without you literally asking for help. That's all I had to do.
I think you're missing one small accessory though to bring this all together. And I hand her the bracelet.
Yes. Oh, I thought you for sure were gonna keep it.
So proud of you, Russ.
She takes the bracelet from you, and you all see that her fingertips are like tinging with this very light blue electricity almost. And she puts on the bracelet, puts her hand over it the way you did, Rosa. And then she says, actually, you should wear this now. And she takes it off and hands it to you, Rosita.
Okay.
Now this time, you handle this bracelet for the second time. It feels different now. You know what? I'm not even going to have you roll power. You can feel that it is pulsating. Before, now in comparison, you can tell that when you handled it before, it felt like it was at like 10% charge.
Yeah.
It is at max now.
Woo! Okay. All right. Well, let's I think we should get some breakfast first, and then let's attack all of this.
We still need a plan.
We'll plan over breakfast.
Okay.
Ambrose, stomach is speaking to us now.
Yeah, we've been up for 2 days now. I'm too wired
Really?
though, couldn't sleep.
2 days.
Wow. Maybe we should get some sleep after breakfast.
That
We're
is
gonna-
plan number 1.
Yeah, we're going to need it. Okay. All right. So you all stand up on this beach, and the camera pans out, and you can see the diamond shape on the beach.
In the ground.
Yes.
Mhm.
And so we cut to, where do we cut to? Why don't you all tell me what's next?
Are we eating breakfast, Rose?
I say breakfast inside the room. We got room service going on. So people don't need to hear the whole plan.
Right, right.
Oh.
Okay, let's put you, should we go back to Rosita's room? That seems to be like the meeting spot.
Okay.
Definitely.
Let's do it.
Okay, so yeah, your room service has arrived. You all are lounged around the hotel room. The sun is now fully out. It's a beautiful morning in San Juan, really warm. It's June, it's early June. And if you've ever been to Puerto Rico in early June, it's hot. So it's already like 85 degrees and it's 8 a.m. Claudine sips coffee, eats her food, and you all are, we're all chatting about this plan.
I think Bryn has pulled out like a big and giant notepad that she brings in her luggage, and is just with the ink pen, has put it on the wall. And is like, all right, so we've got a big round thing, and we got tentacles here, and all we need to do. What do we need to do?
Well, okay. The word break came up
Break?
twice, right? So she
Like a
means
wave.
break. Yes.
Yeah, no, not like a
Ooh,
wave.
I
No,
didn't
no.
think of that. I
Hmm.
didn't think of breaking a wave. Only an Australian would know that, actually.
Yeah.
Well,
Bravo.
that's right.
But she said break. My question is, this is an oath that her ancestor made with a monster, right? It was a monster. Is that what we're talking about it?
Oh yeah, definitely a monster.
Right. When we break this oath, there will be consequences that we have to be prepared for, because you just don't break an oath because you want to, you know. Obviously, there's a piper that has to be paid.
Right.
I don't want
This
it
thing
to
will
be
not be
paid in
happy.
blood.
So there's another thing that I was thinking of that potentially needs to break as well.
What?
That mask outside that keeps leaking water, perhaps?
Oh. Huh.
We forgot all about that mask.
Yeah, whatever this thing is, I assume it's this thing, has a tie to the entire hotel. It has something that it had some power over the rooms that it was trashing.
The mask was trashing the rooms, or was it affecting people and making them trash their own rooms?
I think it was the giant fish monster. But now I'm not sure. Maybe it was the mask. It's a really powerful looking mask.
And it was just sitting outside, right?
Last you all saw it, it was sitting outside in the trees, the shrubbery outside the hotel. And just to remind you, keeper-wise, in that first session, you all did some investigation of both the mask and the room. You saw that the mask itself was like leaking water, like a lot of water. But separate from that, the room was getting flooded. And it didn't seem like it was coming from the mask. But they both were having this like water flooding effect.
I feel like everything here is sort of subject to the whims of this sea monster.
Okay.
But why is it angry? Oh no, I was going to say, why is it angry now that it's starting to affect, like, or is it just coming upon like a certain time and it wants something.
I feel like evil
Some of
beings
that.
are just evil just because they are.
Yeah, I think it's all of the above because all these years we've been protecting this mistake that he made, making the oath and then not fulfilling it or whatever. And so our protective ritual was enough to keep this monster at bay. But as our numbers dwindled, it became stronger. And then, no offense, but yeah, like having all these outside influences come into the island and pick it apart and dilute things has also weakened our power over this creature to protect against it.
You didn't have to
So-
say no offense. Look, it can be offensive. It's fine. Yeah, all these
I
people
mean-
came to the island.
Yeah, I
Changed
just say
it.
no offense to you. And she
No.
looks up at you, Rosita. I mean, I didn't mean to make it, I made it personal before and I shouldn't have done that.
It's quite all right.
But that's
Um,
what's been going on.
I don't know
And
if
so
you're gonna
now-
believe this, but I think I'm having an idea. Okay. She goes over to her pen and pad. Down in the caves, there was a hat. You touched the hat, you had a flashback, you saw your ancestor. Here's what I want to know. What was the exact oath that was made? Because if we know how it was made, we can know how it was unmade. So we need to go touch the hat, see the conversation. But who will be the one?
That's right. We
be,
didn't even ask what
privy
the
to
oath
the
was.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That makes sense.
It does.
It does?
Bryn's on a
mean-
roll today.
Good job, Bryn.
All right. All right, Bryn.
It must be the rat. It must be a lucky charm in your pocket.
That's
it's still
for a
there.
surprise. If you keep talking about it,
Claudine
I'll
says,
never be
I'm
able
sorry.
to surprise.
There's a rat in your pocket. Did I miss something?
Where I come from. Okay, I guess it's not a delicacy for everyone. Specifically in the small, well, personally, I ate rats growing up. I don't know if it's a thing that other people did. But now, it's difficult to prepare because the skin is tough and then there's the fur. But if you get all that off and you get in there, the rat meat can be really gamey.
Mm.
Maybe with the right seasonings. I mean, I'm trying to be explorative here. but
No,
I
it's
feel like
very
it's-
flavorful, like nothing but flavor. Because you see, they eat everything, especially in a city, and then you get a bit of everything in the flavor of the meat. It's very gamey.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What is Gladdy doing? Just like,
Claudie is taking it in. Taking it all in.
Just take my word for it. I'm gonna have to go check on something, though. So don't, you just keep planning, and she's backing slowly towards the door, and she is planning to head to the kitchen.
Oh, the kitchen. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so Claudine starts pacing in the room. She says, okay, so we have a little bit of a plan. We need to figure out what the oath was so that we can undo the oath. Is that a thing? Can you unoath an oath? Like say the opposite of the oath? Like I do not promise to do this thing. I will not do this thing.
You could break an oath, espérate though. We need to find some sort of protection.
Uh-huh.
Protection. Oh, this is really hard for me to say. A spell. Protection spell, perhaps, before you touch this object again so that we don't lose you. Unless you think that your magical powers will do it.
what if we all touch it together? Is that is that a bad idea? Or, I mean,
Wait a second.
That's not a bad idea. And yeah, you have that bracelet now. I
We could
mean,
all
I
have-
think,
Together?
yeah.
maybe we can, all of us.
I'm still here. I was gonna go, but I'm in.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Bryn, do you walk out to the kitchen?
Yeah. I just
after that moment.
Yeah, after that moment.
Okay, so let's follow Bryn for a second.
She,
Okay, tell us, Bryn.
very surreptitiously sort of slides around the corridors in the hotel, which she knows well at this point. She's been here for a couple days and already has been inside the kitchens to meet the sous chef Frank, and that is where she heads now. And if he's there, she sidles up to him and whispers in his ear for a long while, and we cut away. Who knows? But you do see
Worried about this
a packet of
I'm worried about
parchment
this.
being passed to Frank.
Oh, a packet of parchment. Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna get the water boiling. You need it nice and hot. How you think you can
Oh my
boil
God.
water hot? You're gonna boil it even hotter. Leave it in there for maybe like 18 hours. Then
18 hours.
chop some cabbage.
It's funny that they're dealing with a life or death situation, and Bryn breaks away to go talk.
She hasn't slept, okay? Sleep deprivation does crazy things to people.
She just wants a nice rat stew, you know? Just
She, after giving these instructions to Frank, should she, it's not gonna go well if she tries to roll to convince him, but she will give him, like, all the cash in her pockets, from this job, so that he doesn't ask questions.
she really wants this cooked rat, huh?
More than you could ever imagine.
Wow. This is serious.
Oh God, it was in her pocket.
Is your intention to pass this to him, have him prepare it for you so that later you can have a meal? I heard you say 18 hours.
Maybe not 18 is ideal. Maybe 2 or 3 would work.
Okay, so you want to have this for lunch or dinner, I guess.
I want it ready.
Oh my God. I'm trying to figure out, yeah, how do you roll for this, or like, yeah, go ahead and roll. We might not know the results of it. Yeah, it would probably be a social roll. And I'm gonna say right now, you're not gonna know how this goes over right away. We'll do that later, but let's have your roll now.
I'd like to push.
Okay.
For obvious reasons, I think it's already as desperate as it possibly could be. And
Absolutely.
I maybe succeeded on the push roll. I got a 24. My only social skill is fast talk.
Okay.
This is going to be the one thing that will save everyone. You know there's been problems here. There's spooky things. We're putting an end to it. Don't you believe us, Frank? You've got to make the rat.
Okay, and that was a regular success?
Yeah.
Okay. He nods, puts his hand on the parchment, and slides it in front of him on his station, and he says, okay.
And whatever you do, Frank, keep the tail. And she leaves.
Okay. So we'll find out later what he does with that rat.
Yui.
That was a successful roll, so yes.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Now, Bryn, you come back to the hotel room?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna check on that mask, but no need.
Okay. Okay, so we should get some sleep first, right? We've had our breakfast.
Yeah, I think we should
rest.
probably prepare ourselves and have all of our strength
Yeah.
and wits about us. So it's probably best that we do rest.
Yeah. Okay.
But I want to tell you, if you, while you're sleeping, if you feel anything or experience anything, or God forbid you see anything, please come get one of us or all of us or something, because
Well, you don't have a
Something
room
happened to
here. You'll have to stay in one of our rooms.
Yeah, I don't feel like I want to go home yet till this is done. Is it
That-
okay if I stay here with you? One of you?
Yeah, you
of course.
stay with me. It's fine.
Okay.
There's
Thanks.
room in Rose's bed right here, and I slap the bed. Anyway, we'll be next door.
I'll be across the hall.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Sweet dreams.
Couple hours.
See
And she
you.
snatches a croissant off the table and walks across the hall.
All right. Nice choice. Okay. So you all settle down for some sleep. And Becca, help me out with this. I know some things are restored with sleep.
Ooh, well, if you wanted, we could do an investigator development phase, which means anything we have put a check mark next to because we succeeded in that at some point without having to push, then we could roll to improve it. Basically, you want to roll and try and fail that roll. And if you do, you add a D10 to that skill. So I know I personally have Fast Talk, Natural World, and Spot Hidden. Shall we?
Nice. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You say it one more time. What we're rolling for?
So, like,
the-
I've got 20.
whatever.
I've got 25 in Fast Talk, so I'm trying to roll above. Because if I'm already really good at it, it's going to be harder to improve.
Guy.
I failed the roll, which is good. So now I get to add 1d10 to it.
Nice.
And I gain 5 in my Fast Talk. And then I take the check mark away.
And
Look at
oh yeah, I was
you.
gonna say this is for the things that you succeeded in previously that you have a check mark next to.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know
Uh,
if you all were keeping track of those. I can try to help remember some of them.
I think I have Spot Hidden
And listen, you've been succeeding a lot in those two holiday.
You're right.
Oh no, I got a 1.
I think
Oh.
mine's photography, probably.
Photography, yep. You've succeeded in that multiple times.
Okay.
You've also succeeded in intimidate, Rosita.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that one.
More than once, yeah.
She goes, oh yeah, that's right. I did intimidate somebody. What?
Dang it.
So I
So I'm
can,
trying
can I
to
do
get-
both? Do I get to do both?
Yeah, each one
Think so.
separately.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm trying to fail.
Yeah.
Mm,
Thank you,
and Spot
Raiders.
Hidden, I didn't.
Oh, thank you,
fail. I
Raiders.
succeeded.
Hey,
succeeded.
Raiders. So I definitely failed my photography
Raiders.
one.
Oh no. Well, that's good, right? Failed in a good way.
Failed is good. Now you add 1d10 permanently to that skill.
Yes. Listen, I did
Yes.
succeed. So I had 8 to my listen.
8 on mine, so sweet.
Ooh, perfect.
8.
What is that called? Is it called like special? What is that when you do that? Is there a name for doing that?
Yeah,
Like
you
there's
said, like
something you-
Investigator development phase.
Okay, investigator development. Got
I failed my intimidation too.
it. Good.
8 on that die as well.
I was gonna use my reroll, but I think I should save it.
Oh, and we also have the ability when we do this to recover 1 HP per day if we've lost any, and recover luck in the same way that we're doing this improvement check.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't think it. Oh, really?
Yeah, so you
I
can
did.
How
roll
much
your
luck?
you roll your luck, and is it you have to fail?
You have to fail, and then you can improve a D10. I did not fail.
Okay.
I failed.
Holiday,
Yeah, my
your
luck, all right.
your luck is really low, so you it's easier for you to fail because you have to roll above it.
Oh
I
my
did
goodness. David
60.
Flegel, gifted 10 subs. Thank you so much.
Yay! Thank you. Holiday, you rolled. Alicia, you rolled 60 on
Yeah,
your luck.
60. Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
Okay,
that's a
cool.
failure.
Yeah, so I get 1 D10 added to my luck, or
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's good.
Or you have to roll for it, though.
6.
Nice.
Nice.
Perfect. So it's 21 minus 9.
Feeling
plus-
refreshed, ready for a new day.
Yay!
You know that feeling when you wake up and you're in a new place, like a hotel, and it takes that moment to remember where you went to sleep? And then you think about how you've got a ritual to perform. And it's, right, okay. Big day, big day.
Big day, big day. So yeah, you all
God.
wake up with refreshed, having not slept in those 1.5 5 days and all of that's happening and lost sanity and brushes with this strange thing, you finally get some rest. And you wake up. Rosita and Clarín are in Rosita's room. And you all meet back up in Rosita's room after several hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it's probably, what do we want to say, like 4 or 5 p.m. now? 4 p.m.?
Yeah.
4 p.m.
Yeah. We should probably do our best work, like under the cloak of darkness, at least, or somewhat dusk.
Clarín says, don't you have like a date or something?
I do have a date, so I definitely do not want to die. I do have his number. I may have to call him in case
But
we
isn't
don't
your
come back.
date now?
It's at 8:00.
All right. Well, are we gonna try and summon a demon before or after you have a nice date?
That would actually be ideal. If we can summon the demon before, that would really work for me. Can we do that?
Well, if we get a few candles and head down to the cave, maybe it's time to see exactly what sort of pact was made with this tentacled being.
I think you're right. I think we're just stalling at this point.
Yeah. I know I'm not looking forward to this, so yeah.
Oh, come on. Where's your sense of adventure?
Yeah, I guess if I wasn't born into this destiny, I would just live a really boring life.
Well, you are a singer in a band, so I don't know if that's true. I've seen the way you party. But yeah, boring.
Yeah. It would
So-
just be the singing and the partying.
There you go.
And now fighting evil. It's fine.
Right, exactly.
So we should all get our belongings that we need. Pack heavily for everything.
Oh, I think Bryn has a few good luck charms that she hasn't been wearing. She has that just a small bag, you know, her like 2 outfits and her boots. But in the bottom of her duffel, she pulls out a rabbit's foot and like a necklace with a small vial that has a crumpled up leaf from a tree where she used to sleep as a kid under that tree. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and pack my gun. Put that there.
Oh, practical.
My
Yeah. We're going to pack my sword.
never know. Never know. I'm gonna bring my camera and just put it around my neck, and I'm grabbing my rosary because I am a God-fearing woman.
Okay,
All right.
great.
Holiday's just sort of messing with the tight bun that she always has her hair in. You guys just see her messing with her bun. I'm ready.
Oh, and
That's it.
I come back in with like one of those rods that you sharpen a knife on. Let's do this thing.
Okay. Claudine just is like, I didn't have anything with me besides like my purse.
I think
So-
what your ancestors gave you is enough.
It's true. I have carrying a lot. So, okay. I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Ready.
Okay. We cut down to you all descending those stone steps along the side of the hotel bushes. You get down to the rocky beach, and to your right is that cave opening. And so Claudine leads you back up into the cave and into that preserved Taino home underneath the terrace of the hotel. You all brought candles, so I'm presuming you set up these candles, light them, set them up around the altar?
Yep.
Okay. And so now Claudine says, okay, so we talked about protection. Protection, sorry, 2021 moment there. And so it sounds like we should all touch this thing together at the same time.
Yes.
And maybe whatever power the Zemis and Orishas and ancestors gave me, I can help protect you all.
Yeah. All right. So let's stand around the hat. Rosa, Clarine, you stand on opposite ends so Holiday and I can both touch you with your protection items and, your whole being and whatnot.
Okay. All right, so we all gather around the hat.
Well, I want to be touching you and the hat. So how about we link arms?
Okay.
Okay.
Probably touch it with our foot instead.
I don't know.
What?
Does spirits respect if you touch things? I've got a lot of boot to get through. They took a while
Okay,
to
fine.
lace.
Fine. Let's touch with our hands.
I didn't mean to say no. Okay, I'm gonna do my hat.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
So you all feel this surge of terror at first, but pretty quickly you feel that protective energy kind of holding you, insulating you. And when you open your eyes, you are on the beach. And through this, yes, it is a bubble. It's like light blue, translucent bubble around the four of you. You see, standing on the beach in front of you is Fernando de Castillo, 22-year-old Spaniard guy. He is holding his hat, and he doesn't have his armor on, but he has his that festive shirt with the flurry fliffles, wearing boots. Doesn't have his weapons with him. It seems like he maybe just got off his shift on El Morro, which is the fort here, and he's looking out on the ocean. He is crying, shaking. And he says, "Please, let me do this. I want to pledge myself to you. I'm ready. I promise. I'm ready." And you all look over to the ocean, and standing on the shore is a creature. You have this protective bubble. And so you're seeing two things here. You're seeing a person, what looks like a person, but because you're looking into the past with this protective, magical energy of the ancestors, you see that it's not a person. It just has the face and body of a person, and it's as its cover. It's indescribable, though, this creature. It's not like the thing you saw in the ocean. It is just some type of malformed monstrosity parading as a human. You can't even, in this memory, it's almost blurred from your sight, as if the protection is keeping you from seeing it directly. And so, in this tinny yet guttural voice, this thing says to Fernando, "If you are ready, then it is time. You have taken the first, you have taken the second, and now we will allow you to take the third." And Fernando says, "Yes, thank you so much." And he drops the hat, gets on his knees, says, "I'm ready. Tell me what to say. Tell me what it is." And it says, "Repeat after me. Aya, Dagon." And he says, "Aya, Dagon. Yai, Yai, Hydra, Hydra." I, Fernando de Castillo, say your name. He says, "I, Fernando de Castillo, do solemnly swear that I take Migotha as my wife, that I take Micotha as my wife. And that I shall take her into my home. And that I shall take her into my home. And that I will raise children from the fruit of our union, so that the race and the faith can prosper, as is Dagon and Hydra's will. And Fernando del Castillo, crying again now, for a different reason, repeats that last part. And she continues, should I forsake this oath, I shall be shunned and judged unworthy by Dagon's favor, and bear whatever punishment appointed to me, even to death. And he repeats it. Aya, Dagon, Aya, Hydra. And he repeats. And now, you all have seen the two sides of the veil of this Magoth, this creature. But now, Fernando, through his crying eyes, as he speaks those last words, you see the look on his face as he finally sees her true form. And he just is horrified, shaking, crying. He vomits on the beach and he runs. He leaves his helmet in the sand. And the creature slithers back into the sea. Now you
we
all
stopped any of that by any chance?
He didn't know.
What was the question, Rosita?
Could we have stopped any of that by any chance?
This happened in the past, so you're seeing, I mean,
Okay.
yeah. You're seeing a memory with the protection of the ancestors' power. And so after this ends, you all are jolted back into the room. You're no longer touching the hat, but you're all standing linked arms and looking at each other.
Chlorine, I'm so sorry.
Well, that was a wedding of the ages.
I don't even know
Was
what to
supposed
say.
to marry.
This means you're the descendant of that thing.
Oh my God.
Did he? But he didn't keep the oath. Right?
His oath was to marry and raise children.
Yeah. My family said that he said no. He took the oath, but then he backed out of it.
Oh, he
So
ran
he
away.
didn't.
That's right. He probably didn't bear monsters with
Oh,
the
thank
children
God.
with the monster. Oh, for a moment, you looked different to me for there first.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
I was looking for tentacles. No, he denied this marriage to a sea creature. Amigo?
Is that why no one
Migotha?
had any children?
Makotha. Is that why we can't have children anymore, you said?
Is that why?
But
I mean, maybe. I
well-
don't know. I never thought of that, but I mean,
your mother
yeah,
could.
literally.
I mean,
Right. Until
Imagine.
us. Right. Us two were the last for some reason. But
what happened differently aside from newcomers coming to the island?
maybe it's, oh my God, maybe that was part of the consequences of not keeping this oath. It took away our ability to have children. It has gotten stronger. Yeah, that could have been it. Last year, when it struck out at Juana, it's just been growing power our whole lives, basically. I thought it was just last year, but it's probably been happening for a long time. It's been gaining power.
What does it want? Do you have any feeling like inside? Like, can you tell what it wants now? I mean,
I think that's pretty easy to explain. Any woman would have the wrath of what is going on in the sea if she was left at the altar.
Yeah, no Now that you
How
put
do
it
we
like that,
rectify it?
I really relate to what Magotha went through.
Magotha. So she had him swear an oath to Dagon. Dagon.
Can I roll for I don't have any Cthulhu mythos, but I just want to know if we know anything about
Yeah.
this. Can I use occult?
Oh.
Even though it's
Yeah.
not the same as mythos, I just don't have any.
I mean, yeah, but like,
So I was gonna.
It's a legend.
roll to see what you can piece together using, yeah, if it's occult or Cthulhu mythos. Or
Hey,
even,
I could spend 19 luck, and that breaks my own house rule of only spending 10.
oh, well, it's,
Yeah,
yeah.
I wanted to use occult to kind of use Cynthia knowledge to see if she would connect the two as well.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll library.
Oh, yeah,
If
there
I've
you
read
go.
anything.
Yeah, I was trying to think of other stuff that would apply here. I think that would apply here. And it also, library would be like your research skills, your ability to like link together facts and information.
Stories.
Yeah, exactly.
I had
All
a hard
right, so-
success.
Okay. That's good. Hard success from Holiday. What did everybody else get?
Fail.
Dagon sounds like, is he British?
So I guess that's a fail.
What?
Maybe
Why does it have
Icelandic.
to be British? Why must he be British?
So Holiday, with your hard success. Yeah, piecing together what you heard in the oath and excuse me. Piecing together what you heard in the oath all together just now. He called this woman creature Magoth. And also I'm going to actually go ahead and say that Rosita, you probably have shown them the picture of that ocean wave, and you all saw it with your own eyes. But seeing the picture also helps solidify it. Now that you're like more in your right mind, seeing the picture more clearly gives you that information. So piecing together the picture, what Rosita described the shadow as to you, you're realizing that Magoth is not the same as the big thing in the ocean. And further, with a hard success, Holiday, you realize that Dagon is the thing that has been trying to get vengeance this whole time. Magoth was a scorned
Demon monster.
scorned supplicant of this bigger thing that is now trying to get revenge on this family.
I share this with the other two investigators and Gladys.
How do you stop a giant sea monster trying to get revenge on your family?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. What does it? You either stop it or give it what it wants. That's it. The only two options.
I feel bad for Fernando. He didn't know what he was getting into. He just loved a girl.
Yeah, I thought he was just stupid, but it sounds like he was really like tricked and manipulated.
Yeah.
Poor guy. It's terrible.
Well, we
So
have
how
the
about
power.
that original idea with that boat, Bryn?
Oh,
A
yeah. Well, do seem like maybe I was hasty with that, but yeah, if the water's where it is.
What do you
Guess
want to do
the-
with a boat?
Well, as Holiday said, we have two options. We either give it what it wants or fight it.
Well, what it wants is one of Fernando de Castillo's ancestors to marry probably one of its things.
Well, what are you
Oh my God,
looking
am I
for
supposed to
in a mate?
marry? Not sea monster.
Okay, just checking, just in case that would have worked out as one option.
But I can't believe I'm saying this, but if it would protect the island.
No, we don't want you to marry a sea monster, but what if we faked it?
I don't.
Do what Fernando did, but use it to lure out Dagon and teach him a lesson about marital consent?
But how
That's
would you kill Dagon?
At least
should
we've
know
got
the
the
answer to
ancestors
this.
on our side.
So we're gonna put her in harm's way.
Basically.
Well, if you don't perform the right ritual tomorrow, it's harm either
Hold on.
way, is all I'm saying.
I have an idea. How about one of us goes and tries to marry this thing? And then we'll ambush it with her. No,
Okay.
Do we draw straws?
I'll do it.
You do
You're
that,
gonna
Rosa?
The
pretend-
bracelet?
Exactly.
Well, I can tell you one thing. We're gonna need to find you a dress.
I didn't think I was gonna have
Shopping
to go through that, but
montage.
I was just like, wait a sec. Yes, because I mean, we have to be as believable as possible. So it would have to be where we're convinced you're actually going to do this. And then in the end, we're going to be basically pulling a bait and switch.
Mhm.
That's a lack of a better term.
You know, that's exactly the right term. Honestly, it's
Well,
never
this
been used
wouldn't-
better.
this wouldn't be my first time being married, so let's go do this.
All right.
You never talk about your previous marriages.
That's because I ran away.
Ah, so you and Fernando de Castillo have something in common.
Mm-hmm.
Were your exes sea monsters too?
You know, they acted like it.
You're perfect for this job.
I wonder, do you think having the whole community here would give us more of their strength in their desire to preserve the island, or will we just be putting them in harm's way as well?
I don't know. I'll
Um,
defer to you. You seem to be the experts here.
Right, that is why we were brought here.
I think Carmen would benefit from this.
Carmen would?
All right, let's tell everyone in the hotel, and they can tell their families that it's dangerous, but it is to protect the island. There will be a ceremony, and they may come if they wish, and they might die. Yeah, transparency.
Maybe we should keep it to the hotel staff.
I mean, we are
Yes.
pretty. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now that I think about it, we're all family. We're all close like family.
And they've all suffered under this curse. So
Yeah. It's true.
Sure, many would do it for Wana.
Yeah.
All right.
I can take care of the invitations, which is just going to be me getting on the phone with everybody and talking to everybody at the hotel. What time should I tell everyone to meet? And where? Like on the beach?
On the beach,
Yeah.
and preferably before 8 o'clock. So
Oh, right now? A wedding?
preferably
I've never planned a
you.
wedding so fast. I've never planned a wedding.
perhaps he could be my date. We'll talk about that later. I have a question for all of you. We're planning this wedding. Are we going to go inform the demon that its wish is finally going to come true? It's going to be betrothed to someone? Or do we just show up on the beach with the wedding ready to go?
Keeper,
Mhm.
from the vision that we got, would I be able to recall the oath that was taken from Fernando?
I want you all to roll intelligence. And I think if you all get like some successes here and there, it'll reflect how much of the oath you remember.
Extreme success.
Oh, well, that's a big chunk of the oath right there.
Wait,
Success.
what was the
Okay.
question? I
Success.
missed it.
You're all good. You remember, between the four of you, you all remember enough, like you piece together the whole oath. And you probably do want to, actually, Claudine is just going to take out a piece of paper and notepad and write it all down.
Okay.
So everyone kind of contributes the parts you all remember. So now you have it written down.
I'll give you what I got here in chat.
Ay, Fernando Castillo. Oh my God, this is really funny. I
It's
did
very
read that
straight
right
out
out of the book
consciousness.
too, by the way.
Amazing.
Thank you. I can't wait to talk about this in the after show, by the way.
Hey, plug for the after show. Come on over to patreon.com/goodtimesociety. Okay,
'Cause-
so I think this is my first wedding planning, and I'm gonna go pick some flowers and go collect them, and maybe get together some wedding festivities items, and well, let's make it
Yeah, it has
festive.
to
Yeah,
be believable. It has to be believable.
I'll be in charge of decor.
Okay.
Rosita, you've
Bryn's
just
in
got to
charge
get
of decor.
dressed.
That's probably not a good idea.
No, it'll be great. We'll put furs everywhere and tree
Maybe
stumps.
not furs. Maybe some nice flowers or something.
Flowers, yes. Flowers I can
that's
do.
so-
And maybe grasses. Just types of
Yes.
grass.
Oh, maybe like
Botanical.
seagrass, like algae and stuff. It's an ocean monster, so maybe like that stuff.
That sounds beautiful.
I have
but
one
maybe.
request.
It's your wedding.
No rats.
Even in the pie.
I'd like to second that request.
Even in the pie.
And you all feel this way?
Maybe I'll handle the food.
Yeah. Yeah. Bryn, Claudine comes over to you and puts her hand on your shoulder and says, "Hey, listen, you have a lot of skills and really great things going on about you, but the whole rat eating thing, kind of hard to like deal with. You're great though. We don't love you any less because of it. It's just kind of like gross."
Okay. Yeah, understood.
But hey, listen, if I ever come to Australia and visit you, like if I don't die soon, when in Rome, if you
I just
eat
want to be
rat-
clear, other Australians don't do this. This is my
Oh,
recipe.
really?
Yeah, no,
Okay,
it's
so
not.
then it's really
yeah, it's not
gross.
like
Okay.
a cultural thing.
Okay, I was just being polite because I didn't want to offend your culture. But yeah, so it's just you, girl. What is going on?
I'm gonna go pick some flowers. She
Bryn had a
turns
really
and
rough
sadly
upbringing.
walks away with her head held so low.
Oh my god, she's like,
I realized I didn't want to be offensive to all of Australia when I'm already doing such a terrible accent.
Thank you for the clarity of. Oh no, it's just me.
It's just me. No, it's just me.
oh.
So Rosa's getting dressed. Holiday's doing
Yes.
food. Bryn's doing decor.
And Claudine is doing invites.
Invitations. This sounds like a wedding.
Sounds like a wedding to me. All right.
no.
So, okay. So here we are. It is, yeah, it's like early evening now. You all are assembling all the wedding things, putting together.
I have taken
Let's-
all the seagrass from everywhere else on the beach and it's just kind of like piled into kind of like forming an aisle, forming seats made of piles of seagrass. And then some nice flowers plucked from the hotel garden displays. Just to kind of make
imagine whoever of you will. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Finish that thought. Sorry,
just
Jen.
like sticks in a lean-to altar with the nice flowers in it.
Lovely. I can see it. I'm also imagining that whoever of you interacts with the staff about these things, like, oh, hey, there's going to be a wedding. And also the fact that Claudine is running around saying there's going to be a wedding. People are going to chip in. They, I'm guessing Claudine doesn't tell them. They're just like, oh, Rosita, that the lady who's visiting from New York, she's getting married. Come. That's all she tells them. So they're just going to be like, oh, that's so nice. Oh, it's so last minute. Here, we'll help. We'll pitch in. We'll bring this. We'll bring that. So people like actually start to pitch in and bring more flowers and bring like some chairs even. Yeah, some food. And this turns into like a really nice little last minute shotgun wedding. It's like shotgun wedding. What's the equivalent if it's a sea monster?
Oh, that just sort of ruins it, doesn't it?
Harpoon wedding.
Harpoon. Thank you. There it is. It's a harpoon wedding. Okay. And so I'd like to have a moment before we move on to this wedding scene. We all are in the hotel room. Rosita, you're wearing your wedding dress. Can you describe it to me? Because fashion.
Because fashion, you know what? Give me two seconds. Two
Okay.
seconds. I gotta.
Take your time. While we're doing that, Claudine, says to the rest of you, okay, so everyone's invited. I told the staff Rosita's getting married. And also, though, we're going to have a little, it's also like a little celebration for Juana's life. So, okay. Are we all set? Everything go good on your end?
Should we
We're gonna
ask
do this.
Rafa if he would like to join them?
Rafa, I invited Rafa, yeah.
Who's officiating?
Oh, officiating. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. Well, maybe it should. I'm
Clarine,
a little concerned about having, like,
you're our surprise, so it can't be you, right? We
Oh,
need
that's
you to
right,
be
okay.
in the cave until the right moment, I think.
got it. Okay, I see what you're saying. Then yeah, Rafa would be a good choice.
Okay. You hear her call out, Rafa, really? She's
Yeah, you don't think
Do you want me to do it? No, that's stupid. Everyone hates my pie.
Oh no.
I mean, did I say that out loud? You haven't even tried it. It's fine.
Bryn,
Should I
think
do
you should
it?
officiate. I think you should officiate it.
Who?
Bryn.
Bryn?
A single tear
You-
falls from her eye. Do you mean it, Rosalie? Do you want me to officiate your wedding? I mean, I know it's not a real wedding, but still.
And you just see
I
the
keep
epic
forgetting.
entrance of Rosita. She opens the bathroom door and she's dressed in a full white lace gown that's V-neck. And you can basically see a little bit through it, but it's long train because she had this packed because you know,
So
she's
cute.
Prepared for every occasion.
She is
Well, what-
prepared.
one thing that she has, Aliza, see you. I can't remember the word, but it's a specific piece of fabric that Spaniards wear over their head when they're going to church. What is it called?
Mentilla? No,
Is it?
let me look it up. I think it's
Yeah, look it
something
up.
like that.
Give us a
I
second.
can see it in my brain. I don't think I know the word for it, though.
Yeah, I was like, I could see.
Yeah, it's
Mantilla.
Mentilla.
Oh,
Mentilla.
nice. Nice.
I googled
Alicia.
Spanish fail. You knew it.
So she's wearing a white one, a very short one at the back because that's all she like had as a veil sort of situation. But yeah,
She
very
packed
long,
that too.
very long white lace, long sleeves.
Rosita, let me never criticize how much you pack ever again.
Thank you.
You look beautiful, Rosie.
So
There's like a
beautiful.
tear coming down Holiday's face.
No, no, we don't cry over this, okay? This is just a dress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of you, stop with the waterworks, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just you just look so beautiful in your wedding dress. It would be a nice auspicious occasion, but for the fact that it's a sea monster.
I need you to focus though here. If I'm gonna get out of this alive.
Yeah.
I think that the bandmates, maybe we ask them to play some music. Cosito, another Rafa, Pedro, and Maya.
Mm-hmm.
I found.
Yeah.
And yes. So after this reveal of the wedding dress, let's cut down to the beach where this ceremony has been set up. The chairs, the seaweed altar, the lean-to seaweed altar. Rafa is standing at the altar. And
Excuse
We
me,
are all
Rafa.
assembled.
Bryn comes over and taps on his shoulder. Sorry, yeah, no, you're just gonna watch. And I take a spot.
oh, that's better. That's good. 'cause
Sorry,
I don't-
change of plans.
I don't really know her. It's fine. It's
I
better
know.
with someone she knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he sits down in the crowd. And do we all need to take a little break? Should we take a short, like,
Okay.
5-minute break?
Sure.
Yeah.
Say.
We might go a little longer than normal, but I want to make sure we're all ready to like get into this very
true.
important wedding to a sea monster.
I'm sorry, I have the bladder of a child.
All good. Intermission,
okay.
y'all.
And we're back. Thank you all for coming back. We took a short break and we're going to dive back into the story. So we are on the beach. You all have spent the past couple of hours preparing for an impromptu harpoon wedding. But it's all a sham because Rosita is pretending she will be a willing bride to a sea creature to appease another sea creature. And so you've assembled the hotel staff and close family and loved ones here for this mock wedding on the beach. Improvised decorations found in the ocean and on the beach. Bryn, you stand at the assembled altar, and everyone sits. The band is off to the side. Carmen walks over to one of the band members, Cusito, and she whispers in his ear. And then he's like, yum, yum, yum. And he says something to the rest of the band members. Claudine is not here, but another singer has stepped in. Maya is going to be singing and playing percussion. And they start up a funky beat. And they start to sing a song. And you can, once you recognize the song, Becca, you can feel free to put the lyrics up. Okay. Tintorera del mar, tintorera del mar, tintorera del mar que se ha comido un americano. Tintorera del mar, tintorera del mar, tintorera del mar que se ha comido un americano. Ya tenía su espina dorsal que parecía un barquito andando. La tintorera del mar pues se ha comido un americano. Tintorera del mar, tintorera del mar, tintorera del mar que se ha comido un americano. Tintorera del mar, tintorera del mar, tintorera del mar que se ha comido un americano. Y aquel era un abogado de la Guánica Central, a quien se hubiera tronchado la tintorera del mar. Tintorera del mar, tintorera del mar, tintorera del mar que se ha comido un americano. Tintorera del mar, tintorera del mar, tintorera del mar que se ha comido un americano. I had a really cool finish and I messed it up. Oh well. Carmen comes and sits. Well, I guess she is. Where is Holiday, by the way? Are you like a bridesmaid in the wedding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, in my head, I have this vision of like, with Bryn is standing right on the altar, and like Holiday has a collection of flowers that Bryn just handed her, and she's standing there waiting for Rosita to come down the aisle.
Great. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe Rafa is walking down the aisle.
Aww.
Yeah. Okay. And Carmen is probably also going to be another bridesmaid. So you have two bridesmaids at the front. Bryn is officiating. Rafa is walking you down the aisle. And Carmen, being the anthropologist she is, leans over to Bryn and Holiday and says, "That's the shark song. That's the shark song."
It's perfect.
Love it.
Right? I mean, it's probably, I don't know if it's appropriate for a wedding, but I just really wanted you to hear the shark song.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
Now that the bride is gathered, all of you may sit. Bryn
Everyone sits.
turns to the sea and shouts, "Doggone, we're here to end the deal that was begun many years past. We have a bride here to honor Miguth, or whichever of your lieutenants you do send, and here the deal will be finished, and you will no longer plague the family of the De Castillos and their line. Furthermore, now come!" And she like infuses her words with the power based on seeing Fernando de Castillo earlier that day. And can I roll for power?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yay!
Big roll. Now this is pretty much a summoning spell, but I think we'll just do it as a power roll and might have to spend a little magic points.
Sure. I only have 8, and I'm going to spend 7 of my luck.
Okay, to make it a success.
To make it a success. How many magic points should I spend?
All right. It says variable magic points.
I throw them all in.
Oh, here we go. Here's some numbers.
Bless you.
It says 1 magic point per 10 percentiles chance for success. For example, 3 magic points gives a 30% chance for the spell to succeed. In general, for each magic point spent, the caster must spend 5 minutes chanting. The greater the chance for success, the longer the spell takes to cast.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just going off my power, which was 4. So I'll just have spent 4.
Yeah, okay.
To make it work out.
Yeah, we're kind of we're doing a little, of our own spell creation using this as just for information. So yeah, you've already spent the points. You spent luck points, right, to get that to a success?
Yes, to get it to 40.
Okay. So I would say just spend 1 magic point as well.
Oh.
And then you also, I'm going to have you roll a d4 for sanity. And it says whether the spell succeeds or not, it does cost sanity. But you already did succeed, so.
You know what Bren would roll on this. She rolled a 4. Putting me to 32 sanity.
Okay. So, yeah, Bryn, in this is kind of her form of a chant for this magic spell, this summoning spell to Dagon. You all see Bryn turn to the ocean. And yes, her eyes just kind of widen and just shout these words out.
I think if you were to look into her pupils, they no longer brown. They reflect the waves of the sea in this deep greenish blue. And if you look close, you can see waves within them.
Bryn, Holiday looks close. I'm just kidding.
You don't want to look.
Okay, so after this summoning spell is performed, the ocean, the wind gets quiet. And then you all feel coming from the cave, the direction of the cave towards the ocean, just a wind shoot out into the ocean. And from the point that it meets out there, you start to see a figure rise out of the water and walk. You all have to roll sanity. Everyone here rolls sanity, but I mean, technically, but I know we're just going to have you all roll sanity and then we'll see what happens to the attendees who also see this. Okay, we have a failed roll from Rosita, failed from Bryn. Okay. Holding for Holiday. Okay. Mm-hmm.
What am I rolling for now?
Yeah, you're going to roll sanity.
Sanity.
There's, I don't know if you heard, but there was a figure, a monstrous figure coming towards you all from the ocean.
That's right.
Now,
Okay.
I will also tell you, this is not the big thing. This seems like more humanoid shaped in size.
Okay, I got 64.
Okay.
Can I
And
push my sanity roll?
No.
Or spend luck?
No.
I think you can't on that.
Right.
Does anyone have rerolls besides me?
Me? Should I give it to her?
It's up to you. Yeah.
She is about to marry a sea monster.
Yeah, I think
I think it's appropriate.
Holiday walks over. I'm like, should I give it to her? Should I say Meg? Just kidding. She walks over and just gives Rosie this huge hug and then walks back to her place. So it's the re-roll.
Thank you.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, let me see. That
Well,
one,
that wasn't any better.
that
so.
was from Critter Nation.
Oh, no.
It was worse.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey, a
All right.
reroll's not a success.
okay.
Not
Okay.
a given.
No.
Go ahead and roll a d10. Okay. So 7.
Should I do the
sanity.
same?
I think you already did. Didn't you roll? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, you failed it too. Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm catching up now. Yes. Go ahead and roll your sanity. Sorry. Roll your d10. So 7 points for Rosita. And for Bryn?
This is going to be difficult because I rolled a 10.
Whew. Okay. So now you both roll intelligence.
I'm very intelligent.
Holiday, you see.
I passed it.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean,
I've
for
never
story,
passed
that's
this wrong.
great. Thank you. Story-wise, this is great.
I definitely remember and understand exactly what I've just done.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So the sight of this is unnerving. Now, in the presence of it, in the present, not in the past, in a memory, you don't have that protective bubble of the ancestors' energy protecting your sight from it. You see it for what it is, and it is revolting and terrible. And then both of you also just realize the gravity of what is happening here. You're here on a beach pretending to marry that thing. And there's something even worse out there and bigger and more powerful. You both start to just melt under this pressure.
I don't think I could do this anymore. What do they say? This is called cold feet. I'll be right back. I think I'm just gonna I'm gonna go take a walk real quick.
I think that Bryn doesn't have control over her actions anymore, and she's gonna grab Rosita and kind of like grab her from behind and basically like wrestle her into still standing, but just hold her in place and not take her eyes away. It's almost like she's not there anymore. Like she's empty, and all she can do is stare at this monster and just locks Rosita into place.
I'm gonna try to counter that with some fighting brawl.
Should we roll opposed?
Yeah.
Oh, this is all pulling apart. Our plan is pulling apart. Oh, God.
Yeah, Holiday, you're just
I
witnessing
rolled
this
bad.
falling apart. Yeah.
And, like,
I rolled an extreme. Wait, nope, just a success. So close to extreme success. I got 27.
I can't hold you.
Yeah, you win with that hard success. So you break away, Rosita?
Yeah, I kind of basically do like a somersault because she's holding onto me, so I basically like drop down to like flip her over.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I'm booking it. Like
You're
outta
running.
here.
Which direction are you running? Are you running towards anything in particular?
I'm going towards the diurnal cave.
Okay. Yeah. You run towards
you're running
there.
toward the cave.
Standing at the entrance is Clarín. And she has heard the commotion. She's peeking out to see if it's time for her to come out. And she sees the thing. I'm going to roll her sanity. Which is, what's her number? And I mentioned during our break to our players, but I will tell for the viewing audience, mechanically, she did get a pretty nice buff because of the ancestors' energy. But she still is human, and she still is technically squishy. So.
Bryn is not going to survive this day.
She got a hard success on her sanity roll. So she, unwavering, just steps out down onto the stairway, the little naturally formed stairway leading to the Taino hut. And she takes you, Rosita, as you're running towards her, and she just kind of funnels you into it. Kind of as if to physically say, yeah, run in there, stay safe. And then she continues walking down towards the beach. The air is still now. And it's one of the, I don't know if you've ever been in this situation in life, but it's one of those moments where you're in a crowd of people everyone's focus is on like one or two things. The people facing this way, which basically the sane person who's facing this way, Holiday, your focus is probably on Clarine, who's coming down with so much confidence and power and strength. She's captivating. Everyone facing the ocean is obviously looking at that thing. And this being a mixed crowd of people with various different strengths and skills, mostly not knowing what was about to happen. Some of them have fallen over out of their chairs. Some of them have run away. Some of them, like Bryn, are just shell-shocked at the sight. Some are convulsing and crying. And some seem to be silently just okay, maybe trembling in fear, but like Holiday, have kind of held their own against this thing for now. So Clarine reaches the beach. She walks down the center aisle. Bryn, are you still on the ground?
I was always just standing. I kind of like
Just stayed there.
holding. Like I tried to lock Rosita in here, and then I'm just still frozen.
Okay.
But I think that I was gonna walk towards the sea. But if Clarine's approaching, then I'll notice her.
Yeah. With your sanity loss, I think if your instinct is to walk towards the sea, you probably would do that.
I think that first I would take Holiday's bouquet and I would hold it in front of me as I walk towards the sea. Because in my version of events, all I can remember is somebody's got to marry this thing.
Team play right there.
I'm not there. I'm 10 points. It's gone.
Holiday's like, she sees Rosita take off in her gown like a runaway bride, and then she sees Bryn walking toward the water. She's like, what's going on here? And she turns back, and I want to like basically grab the back of Bryn's, like, what does she have, a cargo vest on? I have no idea what she's wearing, but I have this vision. I'm like, grab her. I'm like, Bryn,
safari gear kind of. That's her look.
Where are you going? Turn around. And she turns Bryn around and looks in her face.
What does she see in your face?
And what I see?
I think that when you see these irises that aren't the natural brown that they normally are, that are instead the lapping of waves inside of my eyes, I think that it seems a little off to you. Maybe. It's insanity inducing.
And with that, you also, Holiday, being one of the few people who has kept their sanity in this moment, you hear the crashing of waves from above. And when you look up with your excellent spot hidden and listen, you see that there are waves churning inside the hotel.
Bryn, we are in the presence of an insane supernatural being. Look, and she points toward the hotel. Look what's happening. Where did Rosita go? Did you see where she went?
She ran away from the natural world, but maybe the ocean is where we all belong.
No one's walking to the ocean, Bryn. Look at me, look in my face, look at me, even though you're scaring me right now, look at me. Do not walk in the ocean. We have to find Rosita. Wait, who's that? And she points toward Gladys. Is Gladys just sort of walking toward like...
Yeah, I think at this point, Gladys now is passing where you all are standing, the altar. And she's walking up to where the waves crash on the beach. And
Gladys, did you see Rosita? Where did she go? She ran.
She kind of points over her shoulder, but her focus is on the monster, which has now gotten closer to where the waves break on the shore.
What are we going to do?
Just accept it, I think, is all that we can do, Holiday. Do you ever think maybe we're fighting things that are more powerful than we are?
She looks over at, Holiday just looks over at Gladys. What are we doing right now?
Gladys has her back to you now.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's good. And you see her just arc her arms out towards this thing, and blast of energy sear toward it. It falters, takes the hit. You hear and all of a sudden it's close. It's standing like 10 feet face to face to Clarine. And she's also jolted by its proximity so quickly. But she holds her own. And it says, "Which of you will marry me? Which of you will take the 3 oaths? Which of you will complete the promise?"
Can I roll to see if I gather myself?
Yeah, yeah,
My sanity's not good, but
I'm gonna roll.
yeah. And Rosita, what would you like to do?
I think finally coming back to her senses. Her friends don't know this about her, but she practices Santeria.
Oh,
And she's gonna start doing a ritual to prepare for the protection of Yemanja.
Beautiful.
So she's gonna grab sand. She's gonna find a seashell. She has a string of pearls that was her rosary that she's gonna break and put it into the seashell. And she captures some water, sea salt water, because that's also what you use to pray to Yemanja. And she starts saying the prayer, "Yemanja, blessed mother of the seas, let your sacred waters wash over me. Mother, embrace me, your humble child, cleanse me, nourish me, sustain me." And she keeps repeating it over and over again.
Wonderful.
that's awesome.
Okay. So I think, yeah, spend a magic point for that spell. And you said this is a protection spell?
Yes.
Yeah, I think just that one magic point is good.
Where, oh, they're there.
We didn't, so just saying this out loud, we did a protection spell earlier that didn't cost any sanity. So I'm going to keep with that. Protection spells don't cost sanity. Any other type of spell, summoning or power, will cost some sanity and magic points. Okay. So Rosita, you are now fortified with some protection.
I'm gonna walk back out with a little bit more confidence.
Okay. Claudine is face to face with this thing like 10 feet away from it. And she pushes another blast of energy from herself. And you recognize that light blue ethereal energy of the ancestors blasting out from her body. Yeah.
Don't forget you have 2 rerolls if you want them.
I do.
Yeah.
I've been rolling pretty well. Do I
Bryn
try-
has not. I checked my sanity, and it was not good. And I used the reroll that Triple Mused gave me, and it's still not good.
Wait,
So I
okay.
think that in
Done.
response, after that second blast of ethereal energy comes from Clarine, Bryn will say, "Wait, I'll do it. I'll do it if you'll leave them alone."
Claudine turns over her shoulder and says, "No, no one should have to live that life and make that sacrifice." And she's heaving. You can see now when she turns, she looks worn and tired. And this is taking a lot out of her, even as powerful as she is with that fortification from the ancestors. This is hard on her. The monster, however, slithers over to you, Bryn, and says, "Do you want to take the oaths yourself?"
First, I'd like to know why. Why do you want humans? Isn't there a nice monster waiting for you?
It is how we survive. We must continue to procreate, create more and more.
Humans too, I guess.
You have curiosity about Me?
Let's see.
She's like insane talking to officials. Oh God.
I finally rolled really low.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably the good moment to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Curiosity about your insides. And she pulls out her knife and tries to cut it down its chest.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna
on.
try to avoid that. It's on.
God.
Is it
I
fully
imagine
fleshy?
it can either fight
Yeah,
back or dodge.
It is fully fleshy. What was that, Bryn?
For a human, you can either, or for a player character, you can either dodge or fight back in return.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think it's going to fight back.
Ooh.
For the record, Rosita is running out of the cave in
her dress.
Okay.
Looking good.
Yeah, it sounds like we're about to we are in combat now. Mm-hmm. And so let's see how this first thing goes, and then we'll start going by initiative order after this.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So you are hitting this thing with your knife. It is going to also try to attack back.
In looking at my character sheet, I realized of all the things I left off of it, I did, in a clutch move, ask you if I could have my hunting knife be my survival skill instead of my brawl. And you granted me that boon. So let's see. It's a 6 out of 70. Extreme success.
I'm going to use one of my rerolls.
Ooh!
I did not succeed there. Come on. Okay, good. I got 16, and its fighting number... Oh, yeah, I got a hard success, because its fighting number is 45, but you still won that. So, okay. It lashes back out at you with its claws as you come at it with your knife.
I get to roll for damage, I suppose.
Yes, with that knife.
All right, a D4 plus a 2 plus. Bryn is a large woman. She's tall and brawny, and my build is +1. So D4 plus
Lovely.
2 plus 1.
All right.
6 damage is the best I can do.
Great. Okay. You take a really... tell me how you take a lot of life from this thing.
I go harakiri style, but on her. And I go, I say, I'm curious about your insides. And the knife comes up from my ankle, and I grab it subtly without breaking eye contact and stab from low and just rip up.
Yeah.
Like a zipper on the kigurumi of this shark woman.
This gash starts to form as you cut up into this thing. It's, again, it's like hard to even understand what this thing is or looks like, but its visage looks perturbed and it struggles and looks like it's in pain. It is still standing, but you took a big chunk out of it. Okay, so now initiative order. Mm-hmm. Now, 2 of you have the same dex. 50. And now I'm forgetting how to break the tie. Oh, I forgot. Can you remind me how to break ties with dex?
That's a great question. Chat might know. Or I just usually let people pick.
Okay, yeah, we could do that. So it's basically Rosita and Bryn have 70 dex. Holiday has 50. Mm-hmm.
I'll give it to Bryn first, since she's right in it.
All right.
I'll go with my gut instinct, which was to reach in, try and grab something vital, and rip it out.
Yeah.
In the hole I've made.
Go for it. It's going to defend, try to counterattack again.
I think this is fighting Brock, because I'm not using my knife.
Man. Okay, I have one more reroll.
I'm going to spend luck to make this a success.
Okay.
I've got a 52, and I closed my character sheet? What is wrong with me?
I already did that too.
Okay, so I have to spend
Oh, wait, I think
7. That puts me at 22 luck remaining, but worth it.
Okay. All right.
Let's
I'm
see.
gonna
Since they're already, like, is there a way that this could be additional damage given the fact that I am literally pulling their guts out?
Yeah. I would say. What was your success again? It was a regular success, but you.
Regular. I guess
Okay.
they could try and dodge or fight or hit me back instead.
Oh, it already tried to fight back and it failed.
This is a second attack, though.
Oh, second attack. Oh, okay. Oh, and you're saying for this. Actually, why don't you add a bonus die for this one? Since you're up close, you literally have it by the guts.
I got it. I spent luck
you
to
already did it.
succeed, but just for the damage, because typical unarmed is a D3, but I'm like inside. It's insides.
Mm-hmm. Did you say a D?
So
D3?
Well, that's just like a regular unarmed, like a punch.
Okay. Wait, what's it? A D3?
Just for damage. I mean, like maybe I could
3
roll
damage.
a higher.
Okay.
Maybe I could roll it higher than a D3 since I'm ripping his guts out.
Okay.
Like a D6?
Yeah. Go for a D6.
6.
Oh, well. In that case, you pull this thing out from its insides. You basically turn it inside out. I'm going to have the rest of you roll sanity again, including Claudine, because this is a really gross thing to witness.
It's just like making pie.
Oh, God. Ooh, Claudine. Yo.
God, if anybody knows how to gut a fish, it's definitely Brent.
Claudine's sanity is pretty high because of that buff, but she just made it.
Oh,
She rolled really high, but she made it. But it was close. She almost lost her shit at seeing this revolting sight. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone? Everyone good on
do
sanity?
I need to roll
Okay.
sanity, or did they just need to roll sanity? Did I? Do
Yeah.
too?
If you witness Bryn pulling this thing's guts out, yeah, you're gonna roll sanity.
69
Since I've already completely lost it, do you want me to
Yeah.
roll?
No.
by 1 point. I stayed sane by 1 point.
Okay. All right. This thing topples over onto the beach, and the waves splash at its body, disemboweled body, at Bryn's feet.
Is it still alive?
Nah, it's not moving.
Oh, okay.
That was easy. Well, that's really weird.
Claudine looks at it and looks at you all.
Fish guts everywhere. I'm just panting with the knife in one hand and like an organ in the other.
She looks
Looking-
out at the ocean. This isn't over,
Oh God.
but I think it's over for today.
Frank! Serve the pie!
No.
And with that, I think this concludes this adventure. There is still the bigger bad out there, but you all did a really good job of taking down its little foot soldier without dying.
I didn't mean to take all the good kill, you guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I had
I
But that was
epic
all
move.
you. Go ahead.
Oh,
You
there'd
were
be
like,
fish for everyone. Turns out I was a fish hog.
Oh God.
thank you all so much.
Thank
Oh
you. The best. That was the best. That was awesome.
So somebody asked about rolling sanity for the pie, and I failed my sanity check on the pie.
I'm gonna roll one for myself.
The pie. Oh
I
God.
succeeded on pie. I guess I'm okay with squirrel pie. Rat
When you
pie.
don't have
Squirrel
squirrel, you
pie.
work with what you got.
Right. Wow. Okay. So that concludes the Calyx Embrujado. Thank you all
That was
so
awesome.
much, Alicia. Now I'm looking at your character names. Oh my God. What are your real names?
Becca,
My brain
Cynthia,
can't think.
Alicia,
Thank
we did
you.
it. Just say Marie
Yes.
and you're covering most people.
Marie. Thank you all so much. Let's do a round the table of, I know it's the end of the year, it's the holidays, but what are some things that people can see you? Where can we find you on the internet? Let's go in clockwise. Alicia.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm Alicia Marie, and you can find me on all the socials at Alicia Marie Body. I am a costume artist and sometimes fitness person, but I love RPGs, and I've never played Call of Cthulhu before, so this is my first time. I had so much fun. I'm sad. I'm really sad it's over. But I have a lot of, games are coming up, and costumes are definitely coming up. So if you find my socials, we'll see what I'm up to there.
All right. Thank you very much, Becca.
First, Aliza, thank you so much for this incredible series. I appreciate you so much. This has been such a joy to have you create something from scratch like this and to play it in this system that I'm really, aside from the things we talk about of Fuck Lovecraft, like I love this system. I love its crunchiness. I love the numbers of it. And it was so fun to have this rich, beautiful storytelling created for us. Anyway, this is my channel. So if you're here, you'll find me. And I'm really excited for next year because I'm going to try some new stuff. And hopefully, since we're all in the same city, get to work with y'all in person and on some things. That is my dream for 2022 is more in-person things like this. But it's so great that you blessed Good Time Society with this tremendous story. So appreciate all of you. And again, sorry for, really not sharing the fish guts.
I thought she was going to pocket those for real.
Oh, she definitely pocketed those. Yeah, she needs to spend some time in a nice white room.
There's going to be some recovery for all three of you after this, I'm just imagining. Thank you so much. Thank you for that, Becca. And my lovely Cynthia.
Wow, all of this. Alicia, you really outdid yourself here on this one. It was amazing, and it was beautiful to see it all come together, especially for our culture. Like that, this is huge. So thank you for that. Y'all can find me on the socials, Cynthia__Marie on Instagram or Cindancer for Twitter. They're separate. I talk about weird, silly stuff on Twitter, and I post all of my makeup and cosplay stuff on Instagram. So check out both. They have different content sometimes. This is my last show for the year. I am taking off for the holiday, starting with my birthday, and all of us have birthdays, I think, coming up, or close to all of us.
That's right, we do. I keep forgetting.
So Sagittarius room. So yeah, I am
Pisces over here, but coming soon.
That would explain the fish guts.
Yeah, I just gotta rub them on myself. That's what Pisces do.
Got it. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. So you guys can check out some of the past stuff that I do. It's usually on YouTube. I do a ton of one shots. In fact, I just played Rune Quest from Chaosium yesterday. Oh yeah. So you guys can check that out on YouTube. That was a whole ton of fun. You guys can catch LA by Night seasons 1 through 5 because we're done on YouTube as well.
So
that's
good.
pretty easy. Just type in LA by Night, you'll find it. Otherwise, I'm all over the place. So just go have fun, enjoy your holiday. If you want to watch stuff that I'm in, go for it.
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm Aliza Pearl. I was your keeper of arcane lore for this adventure. Thank you a million times. Thank you, Becca, for saying yes to this and for letting me play in your space. And this has been a treat. This has been like top tier experience for me in TTRPGs. I'm so grateful. And thank you. I can't thank you enough. Seriously, I can't. And thank you, Cynthia and Alicia, for being such, and you as well, Becca, for being such amazing players and so playful and giving and fun and bantery with each other. But also, y'all are like this. I feel like this is a masterclass in how to be a player who like dives into character while also still driving forward into the story. Like I never was like, okay, let's keep things moving. That was done. You all were great. Like it was amazing. You all were amazing players. I hope you had fun because that is to me the most important thing, that we all had fun.
Roll around in the compliment. Roll around in the compliment. Thank you. That means so much.
Amazing. Simply amazing. Thank you, everyone who everyone who is watching live right now, everyone who has watched live in the past and in the future on YouTube who will watch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, I don't even know. I got to just stop now because I'm just out of thank yous.
We'll do more gushing in our after show. Patreon.com/Good Time to Society.
Yeah. If you want to follow me, I will say this. I am a professional game master and TTRPG player. I'm also an actor and improviser and writer. So I have a lot of content out there. You can just follow me at Aliza Pearl, ALIZ as in zebra, A Pearl. But yeah, just follow me on there. You can see the things that I do. And I always have something going on. But thank you all. Okay. I guess we should end this now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you, Chaosium.
Thanks, Chaosium.